I don't even know the. It's better. I'm not sure when we're leaving. A little bit here. It'll be a long day of driving. We're in Lake City right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This truck stop is huge. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. All right. What you doing? Good morning. How you doing? I'm good. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I saw my first little place yesterday for the first time. Oh, yeah? She got a cute little spot. A little tiny home? Or? Well, she's got like 2 acres. Okay.
And a little trailer house that is made into the house. And then she's got a little vintage trailer that she converted to an Airbnb.
Oh,
And then
nice.
she's got a few chickens. And
Okay.
she just made a garden. She just made it real zen.
Okay.
You know, very zen.
Cool.
So it was nice.
Yeah.
How'd you do? Did you sleep okay?
Yeah.
Pretty noisy here last night.
Yeah, I hate truck stops.
I love truck stops.
Really? I
sleep
hate
like a baby.
I hate them. I hate the smell of diesel. It gives me headache. Hey, what? No.
Get gas.
All right. I confirm we're starting on 22 and the alternate's 31. Okay. Yep. Justice for Q. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Does this thing work yet? It reads registering it. It's going to be a little bit before there's any action here. In action, I mean following a bunch of cars for a very long time. One of the cars got smashed last night by a semi. One of the people that came to hang out, the truck clipped. It was the guy's like 5th day. Didn't even have a trainer with him, and he ripped the whole front bumper. He just smashed the whole thing, engine mounts, some of the radiator. Yeah, I was napping. I didn't even see I woke up and everyone was gone. You had packed up and we're gone. I was like, oh man, he's a sneaky little rattlesnake there.
Truck all set up.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
I thought so too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's all over the place. I want to do a whole strip of them, like a pinstripe, but like a meme stripe. They're laminated on both sides.
All right.
So they're good to go. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Freedom. Good morning, Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia, I have a question for you. What were you putting on the end of the flags so that you, in Okeechobee, you gave Ross some like clear liquid? You got some stuff?
She sent it one place. Yeah,
Okeechobee, yeah. It's called Frey stuff, or is it clear nail polish? It just makes it hard? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does. My mom, when she sews buttons, she uses a clear nail polish so that like it hardens it.
Radio check on 2-2.
Fray check. It's called Fray check.
Driver clear.
Thank you, Cynthia. The Fray does make them look really cool. Makes them look like they've been to battle.
have a rookie in your Convoy.
Who's that? Oh, you. You haven't been in it yet? Pay attention. Yeah. 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 You can buy it at Walmart or Joanne Fabric. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to get one of the Texas American Revolution flags. It's a bloody arm. It's a white flag with a red bloody arm. It's where the come and take it cannon is. It's in between Houston and Austin. When I'm trying to get online, that's where I know they sell them. You're welcome. Someone's got it.
Radio check. Yeah, we got you. Radio check for Scott and Jonah. Right, clear. Hey, Jonah. Is that? Hey, man. Hey, man. As soon as I get out, I know she lined up. Yeah, I don't know if she goes somewhere else or what.
She went to get gas.
Scotty just told me she's getting gas. Thought we had it together to leave on time. Maybe we'll still make it.
I hope everyone had a good Easter. Hanging with family or not hanging with family at all. Whatever your happiness lies. There's definitely extremes on both sides. It's nice and cool today. It's been hot. I got a trucker tan. Oh man, 4 inches of snow in Detroit. Yeah, I'm not a snow person anymore. I used to snowboard, and we used to like hike up into the back bowls. I'd go out at right when the lifts open, all the way until it closed. I rode that last lift up. And now I could do about 3 or 4 days in the cold. Like in the cold, I mean like with a bunch of snow in a cabin, a nice fire. But I follow the birds south. The birds know what's up. I think every bird is the word. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Jeff is one of my longtime Facebook friends. Bird is a word. Should be a nice cruise. Q is riding with us. It's his first time. Hey, Roger, how you doing? Hope you had a good time with your family yesterday. I'm glad I met you and your son.
Hey, just to confirm, is I-75 north to 10 west, correct? Yes, sir.
I think they recruited another semi or two last night to come to Tallahassee, so that's cool. There should be 2 in the convoy right now. Billy had bought a bobtail, but something was wrong with the engine, so he was kind of sad about that. He bought it just for the convoy. But the convoy doesn't need its semi. They're cool to have them. They're super expensive to fill up, though. You're not frozen, Jeffrey? That's good. That's good. I'm doing real good. Just letting the wind blow me in whatever direction I need to go. I think I'm going to end up in Ohio for the summer on my friend's farm. I'm going to help them paint their house. And I ate like a king there, so I want to go back. They had some of the most interesting food. Venison meatloaf and burgers and goat.
Yeah, I see a movie. We're actually going to be on time.
He wanted to talk. He said if he had the money, he'd come with us.
right, what's wrong?
Rolling out. Yeah, I can't wait to just do some waterfalls and springs now that it's kind of summertime. I haven't been in too many lakes in the last month, or rivers. I'm getting soft. Thanks, Jeffrey, man. I'm going to cross your path someday here. We'll hang out. No, I have not heard from. I talked to Dan last night. I get 8 or 9. Sorry, Justin here. Right there. I'm not going on that one. It was a little close. Yeah, Dan Fitzcrafter said that one of his. Oh, yeah. Dan said that one of his subscribers bought us both wireless mics. So I thought that was pretty amazing. It's amazing that people are so kind. I just posted the Disney blockade video, an edited video last night. Just having trouble getting things uploaded. The TAs are my internet's garbage. I don't know if there's so many people on the internet hitting the tower right there, but it's absolutely garbage. But I got it uploaded this morning, and yeah, it's just a couple minutes long. Pretty good. I thought I came out good. I used my friend Vernon's music, and he's an amazing artist. I met him in Austin. You know, Lots of honkers. Lots of support already.
Yeah, I couldn't find. I found it.
It's got little air coolers too, or like little ice packets that go on the back of the phone so that the phone doesn't overheat. They're like reusable, basically ice packs for the phone. Chuckatown County. I'm recording with a Samsung Ultra. Saved up my money and I waited till Black Wednesday to get it. So it was about $1,000. It's a lot for a phone for me. I always get the cheap one because it's either filled with paint or dirt or oil or grease or sand or dirt. Yeah, I'm not easy on some of my things. But I bought this to film more waterfalls and hungs and some more videos. Never in my mind did I think I was going to be a Convoy live streaming. I enjoy. I like static recording. You can go through and kind of edit it. But every mistake, every stupid thing you say is captured. And sometimes I'm good with comments, and other times I slack on them, and I have on Facebook for a long time. Just bad with the comments, bad with responding to them. Here and there I'll respond. It just You only have so much time in the day. I put, I hate this talk. But I put my Cash App, PayPal, all that stuff in the description today. That's the first time I've done it for 6 weeks. I pretty much put all my money into the gas tank. I got a full gas tank. I should be able to get all the way to where we're going today. But I am officially broke till Wednesday. So I put my link in there. I hate asking for money, but it's just for gas. The gas is killing me. And I pay for it all myself. And yeah, I don't get paid till Wednesday. So there's my awkward money talk. Now that that's over with. People say you shouldn't feel bad, but I feel bad. I don't like, I could work, right? It's just, this is full, like, I can't work when I'm doing this. I got 2 eBay stores and a storage locker up in Chicago, but I don't make money unless I'm there. You always do construction work. I know all aspects of construction, but I just, unless it's like real artistic, like super, super artistic, I really don't want anything to do with it. So I've become a lot more picky. I used to just be a scab, do whatever work I could. But I'm not really a businessman. I don't like firing people. I don't like dealing with that type of stuff. I don't like asking for money from people at the job. Even though I know I'm worth it, it still makes me feel odd. Even when I waited on tables, when I would drop the check, I always felt weird. I never got over it. I've waited on thousands and thousands and thousands of tables, and I never got used to it. But I've had so many kind people give me money all the way up to this point, and then I worked and used a bunch of my money, all my money, whatever I had, I pretty much used for this. But I'm not, it was money well spent. I bought friendships. That's what someone in my frat once said. They said that you don't pay to be in the frat, you pay to meet and develop long-lasting friendships and networking. And that's what this is. These people are here on their own dimes. They spent their time and money to come out here for everybody else. And I think that's pretty amazing. Some of their stories, the compassion, you know, and it's a group setting, and a lot of group settings fail because of all the different personalities. It's managing those personalities and doing your best to mediate situations with people, because they're going to happen. Everyone's kind of got their own belief of what freedom is, and a lot of times 2 people's freedoms intersect, and that's where there's issues. There's that compromise. Oh, Jason, man, Jason, you didn't have to send money. Jason's been helping me. Oh, Jason, gosh. Jason suckered me into construction over at his house. Oh man, what are we gonna be doing next, Jay? Oh, I love you. At least a gallon of gas. Jason's got the funniest dry sense of humor. Not dry, dark. A lot of his humor is dry, dark humor. He's my neighbor from when I was growing up. Next door neighbor. Chicken coop. Okay. Is it gonna be in one place or is it gonna move around? Is this gonna be on the new property? Hoping you get that tiny home too from the property in Taos in Arroyo Seco. Try as a Popeye's biscuit. Jason's great. I go over there and we hang out, spend the night. I sleep on the couch. Get his wife all riled up, talking politics. She's doing a lot of stuff for the Republican Party. Running around, they've been they went down to Springfield, brought one of they're trying to they're campaigning for some local congressman, Senate, congressman, alderman, not sure what it is. They went down to Springfield with her. Look at that smoke he just posted up, hidden right there. Creep. That's a creep. Oh, thanks, Jason. That $25, that'll get me to the destination. I put the last money in there. It's so nice and cool today. The convoy is going to D.C. Nikki Conforti, U.S. Congress, 6th District in Illinois. You got snow there? Thank God. February, March, April. That's why I'm in Florida. I was in Texas. Texas doesn't have all this humidity as Florida does. Check out the convoy real quick here. Small mighty convoy. You only need about 350 more hours of views on Facebook. YouTube. 350 more. All right, I'm getting there. I was actually going to ask you that, so I knew you were tracking. 350. So how many viewable hours do I have total now? Jason's helping me on the back side here. He helped with a lot of my editing when I was in Hagerstown. And he uploaded I don't have a computer or anything. I'm doing everything from my phone. And my computer's broke, and I just haven't got another one. I got the phone instead of the computer. But he was uploading all the videos and then uploading them to his computer. What's up, John Wayne? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So mighty little convoy here, Florida United Convoy. I just uploaded doing a blockade for 10 minutes in Disney, which is pretty exciting. I figured YouTube, Jay. My friend Vernon Russ, that's his music. I need to get his PayPal in that. But yeah, we blockaded Disney for 10 minutes. People were going crazy. Like, oh, you're ruining a kid's vacation. It's like, it was only 10 minutes. Like, is 10 minutes really that big of a deal? But I see, but I know very little about it. Bringing a bit now, though. Yeah, it was super cool. The possibilities of doing different types of blockades. Because you could do blockades and waves. You send one in, 10 minutes later you send another wave, and they stop. They could stop maybe a little farther down, a little further back. Because it's got to be done very strategically. You don't want to get the police mad at you. The longer you sit in one place, so the longer you're more likely to have an issue. So if you're kind of a lot more mobile and tactical with it, there's less issue. Yeah, Disney is. And the biggest thing with Disney is that they own ABC, NBC, whatever one that is. That's the issue. Talking about fake news, talking about going after the media. That's who the media is. And it's the CEOs of that company that are the core issue. Because this is just a corporate fiction. It doesn't exist in the real world. It only exists on paper. There's men and women who are in control of it and who should be liable for its actions. I've had some great times at Disney, though. Yeah, it's just speculation if it has or hasn't. I haven't liked Disney for about 10 years. Morning, Sue. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be a long one today. I think we're going to Milton, Florida. So all across, I've never been through any of this area either in Florida, so it's kind of cool. Just a whole northern, just a northern run all the way across, which is pretty big all the way across at this top area. From where were we yesterday? Lake City. I didn't even complete the headline. They ruined Star Wars. Who ruined Star Wars? Oh, Disney did? Yeah, the one guy, I forgot his name. He took a picture in front of the blockade. I have it on the little movie I uploaded this morning. He's got 2 million subscribers on Facebook. But he took a picture in front of the cars with the hoods up and the jumper cables going across. 2 million. Yeah, and imagine how effective the People's Convoy could have been when we were down in Hagerstown. It could have been so effective. There were so many people there, so many different rolling blockades, and that's what these guys were talking about when I was there. I sat down and had chili with them in the back corner there because they were back there, and they were talking about tactical waves of vehicles moving in and out to just, I don't know if I would say disrupt, to make your presence known. Let's put it that way. Yes, local ones. That's the American Revolution started in 2 counties and spread. This one's got a good base, very concerned with security. I've seen you around many places too, a real freedom person. It's good. We need more freedom persons. Yeah, it has been perverted. It's been perverted for a little bit now too. I don't know how long, but it has a lot of effect. The media has a lot of effect on children. That's why it's called programming. The programs are programmed to sell a narrative. Morning, Groveland girl, gal. How you doing? Hope your Easter was good. Thank you for coming back. It's hot. Now it's getting all Florida humid. I love all these wildflowers. They're awesome. I'm going to fix that little knocking sound next time I stop. Oh, you're welcome. I enjoy doing this. It's fun. The streaming's a little, have to really be on top of my game with keeping my battery charged. And oh, that noise is going to drive me crazy. I wouldn't want to be anywhere in the world right now. This is such a cool little like beginning of something big. It's a whole new form of protest convoys. There's so many different elements to it. The rally points, the different points of contacts, the mobility of it, the roadside assistance that you need, the CBs and the alternate channels and safety and there's so much that goes into it. But they're powerful because they can move. And they can be very powerful the bigger they get and the cooler they get. We're rolling in with motorcycles and hot rods and a tractor, like just a fire truck, an ambulance, all sorts of different like cool vehicles in the convoy. It turns into more of a parade. More vehicles with flags. It's a sight to see. And I'm glad to be part of it. A lot of people, there's mistakes that are made and you have to live with them and you have to learn from them. But that's why I'm here. I spent all my money. I put my very last penny in the gas tank this morning. And it wasn't even my penny. It was my friends' pennies that all have helped me get here. And I've worked a little bit. I could be working and making money, but I'd rather be out here. This is all my time, all my dime, all my miles. I had to get 2 new tires on the van on the way down here. But this is just amazing. And whatever, the Disney blockade that we did 2 days ago now was awesome. It was only 10 minutes. Enough to make a statement, not enough to piss off everyone who spent thousands of dollars to get to Disney and to spend their vacation there. Gotta be careful who you piss off because one bad customer costs the same as like 10 good customers, something like that. Someone has a bad experience, that could be bad publicity. Some bad publicity is publicity. But it was pretty exciting. That's why I'm with these guys. And I know that when people see that's things that this convoy wants to be doing,
I think the numbers will start to swell, you know, and then could really focus on certain areas. It's got to be you have to be very general in the message you're saying and very specific with your action, right? I don't know if that makes sense. And to be general, you have to be general so that you get all sorts of different people to join you and to be with you and to support and to help you. The more specific you become on your message, the more you alienate other people. But when you're in an action or trying to get something done, you have to be super specific to that spot, that person, that agency. But what's cool about the big convoy is that you could split up into littler convoys. You don't necessarily need a big property. Maybe you just need 2 or 3 properties. I've van life for so long that I don't need property. I know where I could stay. Same with the truckers. The truckers are the same way. They know where they could find a spot to sleep. Because you got to be able to sleep. You got to live when you're on the road. There's always a spot. Sometimes you have to look around for it, but there's always a spot. You start to learn. Like I look out for like apartment buildings and residential areas. That's where I like to park, or dead ends of those same kind of mix. The residential is going to be quiet, less traffic, less crime than the apartment. But you can't park in single family homes. At apartments, a lot of times there's street parking. So I'll park right on that edge of the neighborhood and the apartment. And so no one, so I still have a little of that safety, a little of that security. And yeah, so you learn how to just be able to sleep in different places. And the convoy, that's what's so cool about it. It doesn't necessarily need a resting spot. John, I usually do. It was an early start today, and I forgot to I was going to come back and edit that title, and I'll edit it after the video's done. I didn't know the location, the end location. I think it's Milton, but I went to check, and then I got distracted, and then I went live, not remembering that I didn't finish that title. So I normally do have that Florida United Convoy in most of my titles. So that was just me being a little overwhelmed. I got my laundry done last night, and I was editing the Disney video. Okay, Brenda Jackson. I've sold lots of Disney stuff on eBay. A lot of plush dolls. Plush dolls do very well. I was that super creepy dude living in my van selling little plushies. That was the first thing I started selling on eBay with plushies. Plushies are just teddy bears and stuff. But like there's a niche of plushies. And my first plushie was a jelly cat plushie. It was this tiny little rabbit. I paid like 25 cents for it. I sold it for like $65, $75. Now I was hooked. And I was doing the plushies because it was like real light. And then I ended up starting to use them as pillows because my van started getting full of plushies. So I was just like, they were like decorative pillows, but it was plushies everywhere. I would just kind of like crawl into the plushies. But I stopped kind of selling the plushies, but I sold a lot of Disney stuff. I sell a lot of Disney coffee cups. I sell coffee cups. Miscellaneous, a lot of Disney coffee cups. Coffee is the drug of choice in America, and a coffee cup is the paraphernalia for the drug of choice in America. It's the first thing most people do before they even start doing anything. So they like to have like some peaceful. I can't believe how much the coffee cups sell for. I'll pay $0.25 or $1 for them and sell them for $10, $15, $20, sometimes $30. So it's just quick money. It's real easy to take pictures of. easy to clean. So yeah, so I pick up. I almost always pick up the Disney cups, as long as they're not like a knockoff. If they came from the Disney store, they will sell. So yeah, I'm definitely a hypocrite when it comes to that. But my thought is Disney's not getting their money by selling something new because someone's buying it used. That's how I justify it in my head, at least. Well, John, I believe you're correct in that. Then at the same time, the government paid Disney to make propaganda in the, what was that, in the 40s, 50s, for World War II. So how long has Disney and the government been working together to push a certain narrative, would be my question. And that's something you could look up and see. I believe they made like 15, 17, I could be wrong on that number, propaganda videos about the Nazis. I'm not saying that the Nazis, I'm not saying anything about, I'm just saying that is just an established, allegedly an established fact. And their cartoons, I believe you could look it up and see the different cartoons they made. And it might be interesting to go look up those cartoons and watch them and see what they were. Propaganda is something that's not true. So what were they saying that was not true? And if they did that once before, did that mean that from then on, Disney did whatever the government asked them to do? Were they in cahoots somehow? And when did it change? When did they stop working with the government? Those are all questions I would ask. And also, when did Disney, Walt Disney, become taken over and perverted? At what point? When was that transition? Was it in the 2000s, 2010, 2015, just under the current political party? And I also would ask other questions like, was Walt in any private secret groups? Did he have any affiliations? Was he in the Masons? Was he a 33-degree Freemason? Does that make him bad or good? No, but it's a dot that people should know about to see that, hey, maybe there's other things, agendas or things that they might be taking part in. Is he a member of Bohemian Grove? Is he a member of any like think tanks like the Council of Foreign Relations or a bunch of different think tanks? What was the interest in buying the media? Those are all like good questions to really try to figure out, when did Disney actually get perverted? And is that the state telling a private company to do something? Is that fascism? Is that the merging of state and government, or of government and corporation? Is that some form of fascism, right? And fascism, defining fascism. Fascism is the merging of a corporation and the state. So in Nazi Germany, IG Fabian was the chemical corporation, right? IG Fabian. And there was all sorts of other corporations that were merged in that company. 3M was involved with that company. Another IBM was involved in that company, and they pushed what the German state government wanted to do. So that was fascism. That was the merging of that corporation, IG Fabian, with the government, the German government. So in the 90s, Brenda says in the 90s it was still wholesome. So you do pre-woke only, and that's 90s. So what Brenda, what is the actual border? Like when does Disney become woke? John says the last 10 years, so 2010. James says, look up let's put that one up there. That one's a good one. Look up the Smith-Mundt Act. It legalized propaganda by the U.S. government and U.S. citizens. Yeah, like I said, Disney owns some of those lying. Yeah. So that's I guess where my focus has been on that media aspect of it. And I don't even know if it's ABC or NBC. I think it's NBC. But that's a major network. That's a major portion of the news coming out. They're the ones who sold the insurrections. They're the ones who sold the weapons of mass destruction. They're the ones who sold a lot of lies. Oh, James, I didn't know that. So you're saying that Disney World was bought by the CIA? Okay, that's interesting. I haven't heard that little rabbit hole. So for sure they are well on the wrong side now, and now for a while. Yeah, it's hard to give exact dates and exact times when things kind of merge together or when they become bad. And a lot of things are still good and bad at the same time. It just depends on how you use that instrument. Like Facebook or TikTok or Twitter. It might be owned by China, but allegedly, right? You know, owned by China are partners in the UN, who has the CDC, who talks to the or who runs the WHO, World Health Organization, who tells the CDC what to do, right? So it's allegedly owned by China, right? But that if you're not paying for it and you're still able to propagate friends networking and selling a message, then that instrument can be used for a good thing. It can also be used for a bad thing. It's like a gun. It's like the intent of the user is what makes it good or bad. And that good or bad is based on people's perspective, which it will change depending on their perspective or their perception of the events that unfolded. Oh, yeah. Yep, John, it is the definition of fascism. Like big tech. Yep. Yeah, James, DuPont was involved. DuPont was a huge one. They're a huge chemical company. It's huge old family money. The DuPonts, Rockefellers, Carnegies. They're all involved in the think tanks and are behind a lot of the pharmaceutical companies. Well, that's good, Brenda. You got to watch your kids. Like if you're just leaving your kids in front of the TV, it's hard not to do, but you leave them open to messages that you can't control if you're not there. Morning, Dan. How you doing? The eagle has come in. A drive-by eagling. Is that what we call it? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Everyone go to Fitzcrafters. He's been restreaming. I met him in Missouri. He's a good guy. A good old boy from the Ozarks of Missouri. Give him a share, like, and subscribe. He's got a lot of great people that watch him and donate and are just wonderful people. He taught me how, oh, yeah. Oh, screw, we got the eagles flying. What was it again? What was the eagles coming? The eagle flyby? Was it flyby? Yeah, John, for sure. The Florida United Convoy. I've met these guys in Hagerstown. Ross was asked to leave because he asked questions about the finances, about the cost of the security, and the cost of the buses. I was in contact after he was trespassed. The other guys in the convoy who came down there with him ended up leaving because he was trespassed and because they did not like how things were being handled and how they were not in the decision making of the convoy. They thought that it was going to be more like a round table, right? And Ross was afraid that people were being led into DC in some type of trap. And he had said that they had gone in and gotten permits to go into DC and was very, very concerned about the people, the well-being of the other people in the convoy. So they had a lot of support, a lot of military, a lot of police. in Florida who came and helped and supported making the convoy the first time around. And some of the guys were ex-Army, Ranger, ex-Army. These guys were like the real deal. They were just a flyby. All right, thank you, Carol. The Fishcraft flyby. I'll remember that flyby. And so Ross made a thing saying that they still got money left over from the first convoy, and that they're now starting a 503c, and they came together, and a bunch of different people helped put that together to get that 503c set up, and a bunch of rally points set up, and I bet Sally and Ross there too. Sally, Ross, and Chris. And I gone and had chili with them. I had been trespassed off of the property because and Ross got me back on. And I ended up leaving and going to Chicago. And when I found out that they were forming a convoy, I was like, I want to come. I want to be with these guys. These guys are serious. They're concerned about the safety of everyone. They're very vigilant. They had been left the first time they left out on the convoy. They were doxxed immediately within the first day. They had taken Sally's information, where she lives, all this, and put pictures of her, and said that she was a Jan 6 insurrectionist and all this. And so after that happened, after they were doxxed by Antifa, Florida Antifa, they realized the different people that they might be dealing with. And I mean, they knew ahead of time. We stayed at a family's house who their children were kidnapped. My video a couple days ago, it's the interview with them standing behind a trailer. She's standing behind a trailer with the graffiti on it, of like a woman's redhead face. It's just a couple videos down on my recent uploads. And she tells some of the story of them and how they were like 100 soldiers came in and arrested them and had the little red laser beam pointed at the little children's chest, all for going to see an ex-president speak at the Capitol. Like, that's amazing that could be considered a crime. But it was considered a crime, and they came and treated them like they were terrorists. But she tells a story. It's a great story. So there's some people involved with this convoy who want freedom. They want accountability. It's about ending the mandates, and this one's a little more specific. They want to end the mandates with the private companies, the mandates with the military. If you check on the FloridaUnitedConvoy.org, that's the official webpage. You could go there. You could donate. That's where you could donate to for the convoy. I actually, for the first time, I'm going to do this once every hour today. I put some my financial stuff in the PayPal, Cash App information down below. I haven't asked for any money for the last month and a half. And all the videos all the way in Hagerstown, my friends and people help me. I could use a little extra gas if you have something to spare. I hate saying that. I hate asking for it, but I just need it to continue, or I have to go back and start working. So, but that was the first time I've done that for about a year and a half. That was a thumbs up from her. And so, yeah, there's a Florida United Convoy Facebook page that you could join. It's private. I need to suggest to them that we need to have a public one where people could come and see some general information. There's multiple people who are admins. I haven't met the admins yet, so I can't speak for them. So we're going to Washington, D.C. First, we're going to Tallahassee. We'll be there 19th, 20, 21. Then we'll be going down the Raleigh, South Carolina, to the capital there, and then down to an undisclosed location in Virginia, a piece of property. So we're looking for people to join, even if it's just driving with us for 10 minutes, 20 minutes on your motorcycle. But the Disney blockade was successful. It was great. That camera, that dude, whatever his name is, I'm sure someone knows it, at the Disney flag wave, he had 2 million followers on Facebook, which is just amazing. It's amazing to have 2 million followers. But he got a picture in the front, and that's in the video. I just released it. Oh, you're welcome, John. I don't know what else I would include on that. Just that I drove on my own dime. I spent all my money to get here, to be with these guys, to record it, because I felt like this was a piece of history being made. And instead of complaining about what I disliked with some of the leadership of the other convoy, I definitely complained. I made some hit pieces on them. That's the truth, right? Like, I did not like some of the things that were said, and how some of the things, that it wasn't as grassroots as it was sold to be. And I was mad about the people who gave money at the overpasses, particularly even to me, and that they were expecting something else. I can't define what something else was, but it was not what it was. So I came with these guys and girls, and who is in this convoy now are some just amazing people. And they are all here on their own dime in their own time. This was all cost them thousands of dollars, every single one of these people here. So I respect that, for people to spend money at their own, not for their betterment, for others' betterment. And I don't know if this is more of a networking thing, because I've met a lot of people already, and that the second time around will be better or whatnot, but every movement has to start somewhere. And a lot of these people were in Hagerstown. They were part of the People's Convoy. They are the same people. They just wanted something different. They wanted, or they just wanted to be back into the convoy, because the convoy, I met so many people that are just, their stories, it's just, I'm so rich with stories just for 2 months of being with convoys. I'm rich with stories and experiences and acts of kindness that I wouldn't miss this for the world. And I was supposed to work a couple days ago, and I call up my guy, and it's a really good job. I fly in, I get flown in, I travel, I'm a gypsy, and he flies me out of major cities into all these different locations: Orlando, Atlanta. We were down in Homestead, Memphis, Lexington, Kentucky, Detroit, Minneapolis. And I'm put up, I live in my van. I got nothing. I got a bed and a sleeping bag, and I'm happier than I could be. But it's nice to stay in Airbnbs and hotels and real nice ones. We stay in nice ones. I get to sit in hot tubs and swim in the pool, and they have breakfast made and coffee and all that stuff that goes along with staying in those places. But I called them and said, I got to be with these guys. And if that means I lose my job, then I lose my job. I have enough skills, and I have numerous sources of income that I could turn off or turn on whenever I need to. Cynthia, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Cynthia. And yeah, so my friend, my boss, it was actually someone I had for 20 years I didn't talk to, that we were really good friends. We lived together, but we had a miscommunication. We were young, and I've come a long ways, but we were like arch enemies for like 20 years. and he needed help, and my friend would beg me to work. He's like, this would be a perfect job for you. And it is. I build mezzanines, these big bridges that go over conveyor belts. We get a nice rental car. It's a good job, and it pays very well, and it's just here and there. I don't have to work like a madman. Sometimes it's like 10 days straight, but I get like a per diem and everything. And it's the first time I've had some type of like official job in a long time. I've just worked for myself for so long. I worked for real estate investors and everything. And yeah, I just had a lot of different things go on in my life. I've been all over the place with where I'm going or where I'm doing or where the wind's blowing me. But the wind blew me into the Convoy. I tried to talk my friend Kelly out of it. I was like, don't go. It's dangerous to go into DC. It's a different country. There's people in cages still for going in there last time. And she didn't go and I ended up going. So that's just, I guess that's just how it works. Things happen for a reason. I met every rally point, I've met at least one amazing soul. And when you do a rally point every day, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of networking and just meeting of great people. Yeah, the convoys here. Let me get up a little bit. It's the small, mighty one. I think today we have 1, 2, 3, 8 or 9 people in the convoy today. I think we had like 11 or 12 yesterday. When we were in the villages, when we drove through the villages, we had like 40 cars with us. So it just ebbs and flows, you know. And people could join in, and we're still in the early stages of it. And we don't have corporate backing like some of these other convoys did. I'll cruise up a little just so you can see. Sally, or Chris, your sticker's kind of coming off. Your magnet. That's Ross in the front in the white pickup. Chris right here, and Sally, Chris's wife. Thank you, Cynthia. Those Jason and Cynthia, thank you. That just kind of, I was a little worried this morning. I don't want to let people down and leave because I got to go to work because I got to make money. And I hate asking for money. You know, so it's just like, I don't want to let anyone down. So thank you. The other streamer, Dan Fitzcrafter, he's up in the comments. He's got some emojis with the eagles. They got a little thing that him and his followers do, like a fly-in to the different streamers. So right now, Fitzcrafter is restreaming. He was streaming at the Hagerstown and the People's Convoy from Missouri on. And he's got some people behind him helping him. And one of his subscribers bought me a wireless mic. So that's pretty awesome. And he should be joining in the next couple days. I met a streamer slash Facebook slash TikTok guy yesterday, Justin, and I uploaded his video on my YouTube late last night. And so check out his channel. He's got some cool footage from Disney. Some lady ripping down the one of the signs off of Disney World. And he follows different rallies and does a bunch of different flag waves. But if you can find him on TikTok, it's JP something media. Hold on. It's JPM Patriot Media. JM Patriot Media. Something along those lines. I have it in my video on YouTube. Just uploaded last night. And he's got a shirt with a bullet on it that says only the tip. I promise. But I know he's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on TikTok to go live. Oh, thank you, Ollie. I'm glad you brought so much to the stream. Hopefully you offer a little more in real life to people. Trying my best, Cynthia. I have all my bills paid and stuff for the month. I mean, I'm good with all my bills. It's just the gas. The gas is it's like 80, it's around $80 to fill this thing up. We've been putting some miles on. So, and I really don't go out to eat much or anything. I really try to spend $5 or less if I ever eat stuff. I made some mac and cheese last night, and then I got a pizza and some wings donated to me, and a cold Dr. Pepper. But I buy a lot of cold drinks, water or a soda, just because it's hot. I sweat my butt off here. First of the month just passed. It's good till May 1st. I think. Oh, you're funny. I'll give you that. That's funny. I think you're trying to say I'm on welfare. But I've actually never received the benefit from the government. Never collected unemployment. Never collected anything. So, definitely not on welfare. I know a lot of friends that collected unemployment. I'm not one of them. I've never been fired from a job either. I know, Jay. I know, it's the worst thing for me. You're definitely a good influence on me for that. It's just that ice cold, I don't know, man. It's so delicious when it hits your lips. Mmm. No, because money's really not. Money's important. I have 2 shops. I remodel homes when I really, really, really need money. I'm very good at cleaning hoards. I've cleaned and organized quite a few hoards over the years. What else do I do? I have a lot of different weird things that I know how to do and make money off of. I sell on eBay. I got 3 online stores. The Rewilding Store, the Rewilding Store 2.0, And then I have the Austin rewilding store that I sell some board loom, hufas. I forgot what they're called. They're hand woven dresses that I share the store with my friend Mel. But all those are off. If I go back to Chicago, I have that store. I can make money. I have this big job with some of the biggest corporate sales, the biggest product pushers here in America. I install things at their buildings. Maybe. I'm not even sure if I have that job anymore. I choose to follow these few good people because I thought it was more important to follow them than to keep my really nice job, because I'll always be able to find another job, but I might not always find people like this. Just real American. To me, they're real American patriots. And I don't really like to use the word patriots, but got a little horn there. They're the people that, when I think of like the movie The Patriot, right? The guys that were out guerrilla style, that's these guys, right? I told that I'm down with them. Whatever they're doing, I'm with them. And that's not like saying that they're doing anything. I don't even know what's going to happen, right? I just know that these are the people I want to be with. And I feel very safe with them. They're very aware. And money is, it's not that I need money. I just need gas. Someone could just come and gas me up. That's good. I got ramen noodles. I got my noodles. I got my stuff to boil. I got my oatmeal I could boil. I got tea to boil. If I have to just consume that stuff, I am here to consume it. I will pick lettuce from the grass. I'll use plantain seeds. I just have to pay my bills. I have $300 in bills a month, and that's it. I live a pretty and almost a half of that is storage unit for my eBay store. For my eBay store and my eBay fees, because I pay fees every month for the eBay store. But I love you, Ollie. Can't be fired. Wow, Ollie, you're all fired. Thanks for all the comments. That's your addiction talking. Yeah, definitely addicted. Thank you, Ollie. He cleans pipes. I install pipes. Oh, Jason, thank you. We did your kitchen and bathroom together. I did the bathroom more. You did a little bit in there. I think you did did you do the trim around the windows? The pediment and the valance on that window? Or did I do that and then you did the ones in the kitchen? Yeah, your kitchen came out really cool. Your bathroom came out really cool too. Did the ones in the kitchen, okay. I couldn't remember. You got an eagle fly in by Choctaw County. So he's watching Dan's stream.
Yeah, so we still on 22. They still back there? Okay. Can Ross hear me? Because some people need a vector break. That's exactly what me and Charlie were just saying, 192. I'll hit him up on 1950 there.
Me, 007. I have $300 in bills. Gas and food are like my biggest expenses. So it's more than $300 a month. I don't include the food in that in there. That's just like bills. Phone bill, car insurance. Phone bill, car insurance, storage rental. That's it. I don't have any other bills. But I live very frugally. No, Ollie could stay around. Gives better content. I'm not very interesting at times, so I really don't want to censor anybody. I like everyone being able to have their voice. You hate me? Tell me how much you hate me. Maybe there's something I need to improve on. I don't know. Well, I don't spend money on rent. I have a lot of friends. I do a lot of work for friends and let them just kind of pay me what they believe I'm worth. And I stay at their house. They feed me, give me some money. And I'm on my way. But I want to be rich in friends and relationships. Hey, Barb from Virginia. Thanks for coming. We're heading to Virginia. Maybe be there in a week and a half. I'm not sure exactly the timing. Plenty of sofa time, yeah. I like to nap. Napping is an amazing thing. I worked so hard for so many years and never got ahead. It was like I was on this this turbo wheel, hamster wheel, just spinning. So I was like, I'm gonna try to work a lot less. And I gotta check my. I'm not sure when I click out of my screen if it goes blank or if it keeps recording. But the boss that I was just talking about just messaged me and the guy I work with. So I'm gonna go check that message and just see what that message was about. So I'll be back in 2 minutes here if it kicks off. Yeah, we're coming to Virginia with the Convoy, Barb.
Here's the big guy out again.
You need to get Ross a better CB. His CB sucks.
I may, my $2. It is like you're gonna work on horses, but
Well, that was my boss. He wants me to work on Wednesday in Maryland. So you're near the coast. Yeah, I wanna go along the waterfront this time. I want to go into DC this time. I didn't make it to DC last time I was in Maryland. We just went around it a bunch of times. I want to see a little bit of Maryland this next time around. I was so engulfed in the convoy that every second was convoy. And when I left, I realized I didn't even go into DC. I went all the way across and didn't even get into DC. So they want me to go to Maryland for a couple days on Wednesday. So I might go just so that I could get some extra money. I got to find out. He wants to know an answer by today, by this morning. Decisions in life. Today we're the mighty convoy of 9. We've been up to 40. And we've been down to very little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we got 9 with us. We did a 10-minute blockade of Disney entrance. So, yes. I know, Cynthia. It's like my lifeline, and I'm like this morning and last night, like worried to death of how I'm going to finance everything. I'm going to see if I can just go for like 2 days or 3 days. The problem is the other guy quit. Like I'm screwing my boss, my friend over by not going. So I have a moral thing. I'm screwing my other friend over in Texas because he bought Billy Strings tickets, a show in Houston and a show in Texas on the 21st, 22nd. And I was going to try to get back out there. And it was contingent about if I had to work or not, just because my job, I just don't know when I'm going to work. It just comes when it's there. And when it's there, I got to go. So I'm having trouble making like plans with far enough out. And the other guy that works with the job, he's 24, so he can't rent a car yet. You gotta be 25 to rent a car. So like I'm the only trained guy who could rent a car. And now I did some lockers in Miami at a big powerhouse gym downtown Miami. And I don't want to be doing that type of work. That's like construction. We're using a table saw, ripping boards, and I don't like that. I hate doing it. Like if I'm building a tree fort, different story. But like there was painters in there. We were crawling all over the painters. They weren't completely done. Then the sink people were in there. It was a hot mess of timing and finding. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's just this one motorhome in front of me. He seems to be comfortable there.
I'm not big bucks. It's not big bucks. It's big bucks for me.
There you go.
I don't know. I wish there was another camera guy with the Convoy here. It's just me. Ross is live streaming, but he's only live streaming to his Facebook. Sally's doing some live streaming on Grandpa Tone. She's doing like a split screen live stream with Grandpa Tone. See, if I go and work, I should be fine I'm getting paid on Tuesday or Wednesday for the 2 days I worked. And that'll set me straight to pay back my friend Jamie and my mama until my check clears. And if it's a couple days, I'd have plenty of money then to meet up in Raleigh and then go the rest of the way and then be with the Convoy for however long. Because I plan on staying with them for however long it exists. Yeah, Barb, they were horrible, the DC police. Yeah, I know, Robert. I'm not anything special. I'm not. There's just people that have been commenting that are kind of like relying on my footage, right? That's where my issue is. That's it. And it'll all work out. I'm not like stressing that much about it. I'm just vocalizing what I'm thinking in my head. And I'm live, so you're just here with me as I put everything out. Because I already blew my friend off already to be with the Convoy. And then I'm just like, oh man, my money's gonna get tight because I blew him off. But I was there, I got some great footage, in Disney World. I would have missed that. So, and I'm glad I was there and caught that coverage of Disney World. Right? That coverage was the coverage of the blockade in Disney. Like that's a major thing. But everyone's got cameras here and videos, and they could record, and I could give them my my window thing, and they could record it, and they could record it static, and I could re-upload it, download it from their phone, or share it. So it'll all work out. And if there was another guy or two that was working with us, but both guys quit, got fired, and the other guy that I worked with, Jacob doesn't have he's only 24. He's a young guy. So he can't rent. Yeah. Nice. That's a nice Peterbilt. But yeah, they'll survive. They're survivors. I'm nobody. Oh, thank you, Barb. Same as the other convoys, end the mandates. That's the main one. There's a couple more specific ones. End the mandates for the private companies. End the mandates for the military. And I believe there's some about the Jan 6ers too. I got to look at it. I've said that numerous times. There needs to be some accountability for that, for the people who are saying that people who went to a protest for a former president on the public property of the Capitol, that they, when they're saying that they're terrorists, they're really not terrorists. They're actually heroes. And yeah, it's on the website. Thank you, John. It is on the website. No, my parents are very, very supportive of what I do. They weren't always, but they are now. They know, my mom knows I don't like to work. I'm a very hard worker. I just would rather be in the woods or in the water. I mean, obviously that's not possible because you got to work to have gas. But I've just been the type of person, like, when someone really needs me, if they're in a bind, I'm the type of person who doesn't have the schedule to go and help them. I've helped a lot of people when they've had to pack up and move. I've helped a lot of people when they've had to sell their house and get some fast construction done to redo a bathroom or whatever it is. I've been there for people because I have such an odd lifestyle. That's just me. And I like having the ability to do that. Not a lot of people just can't get away from that 40-hour, 50-hour, 60-hour job. They can't just leave. They can help financially, but they can't be there personally. Like, I've been very rich with time with helping others for those types of situations. And it's helped me too. Like, I'm not saying that it was just, I helped them, they helped me. It's a very fair exchange. Or I believe it's a fair exchange. People want me back, so it has to be fair. Why would you love to see my tax returns? so you can see how much I've been robbed over the years by the government. Well, he said he needs me in Maryland on Wednesday. So Maryland is where we're ending up. I mean that's on the way there, and if I drive there, I'll get paid by the hour or by the mile. And I could just backtrack. Most of the jobs are usually only like 2 to 3 days. They're not like long jobs, but you're great. I love it because I get paid to travel. So it's usually like 5 days, but some travel time, or it's like 2, 3, 1 day excursions where I got to work hard for a couple days, and then I get to go home and be good. And it takes a little bit for the money to be paid as the jobs close out. But I might be, because he gets a lot of temp laborers if they don't have enough guys. So I might be able to go there, I'm not sure. That was all kind of new to me. I wasn't sure if he never responded to my text saying I wasn't coming in the other day, but he does that instead of have any type of confrontation. He won't respond. And then a few days later, he'll respond back. So I didn't lose my job. I wasn't sure, but I wasn't pushing the envelope. I just said, hey, I have to be here. I cannot not be here. But I hate asking for money, and Jason and Cynthia already gave me money earlier. And Jason gave me $100 when I was leaving Hagerstown. I owe him that. He doesn't need to be buying my gas. So that's some of the stress of it. I want to pay back some of those debts that people help. They gave them to me, but I need to pay them back personally. That's a lot of money to just give to me. They work, they're hard workers. My friend Cody gave me $240 to get to Hagerstown. And I just don't feel comfortable with the monies. One of my downsides. I know a lot of people are a lot more comfortable with asking for money. I don't like it. I never liked it even in church. When I'd go with my mom and they handed out the money, I don't know. I understand that that's what it takes to operate, but so I know not to be the money guy. And that's life. We're all kind of just ebbing and flowing through money. Some people are a lot better than others. I don't have health insurance. I'm on the Don't Get Hurt health plan. I'm pretty well. I don't take any pills. I need to lose a good amount of weight, and I'd be a lot more healthier. I need to stop drinking soda. I don't smoke cigarettes. It's been over 6 years. Yeah. All right, Ross. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear. See no minimum speed limits. Still going 55 though. Dropping up. What's really sad? Yeah, there's a, I paid for a lot of my own dental, tens of thousands of dollars. I don't have dental insurance, but I pay for it cash when I need dental work. I also go to, there's a program by us in Chicago called Dentists with Hearts, and they give free dental care once a year for people who don't have a lot of money. So I go, I'll get my cleanings, and yeah, I'm. It's probably the most. Yeah, I don't really go to the hospital. I don't remember the last time I've been to the hospital. I don't get sick too much. Yeah, don't need any check. I just don't need the hospital right now. Maybe that health insurance makes people. I don't feel like I need it. Someday I might need it. I try to be real careful what I do. Some people just don't have the money to pay for health insurance. I'm not going to work every day, Monday to Friday in an office, not be in the sun, stress, wake up early on an alarm clock to pay for health insurance. I just won't do it. Just won't do it. I don't want to be committed to a job all the time. And I understand that it works for some people. It does not work for me. I am not built that way. I've done it. I don't want to do it. It makes me very sad and depressed. I need to be in the water. I need to be out and about. I need to be with people. I'm not meant to be in an office. I'm not meant to wear a suit and tie. That's not Scottie. Scottie is too feral. I'm like a feral pig. Feral, hairy pig. That's who I am. I rub a lot of people wrong by that, and that's fine. They have that right to that opinion and that belief or thought of me. But I'm here. I want to be here for freedom. I believe in freedom. I know freedom. I want freedom for everybody. Though I know not everyone works a 9 to 5. There's a lot of people who work all sorts of weird hours, or part-time, or multiple part-times, and I respect that. I respect a good hard worker. Hard work does not mean more money, though. That's a misconception for a lot of people. Well, John, I believe there should be like dentists. If you're going to take people's money that they work very hard for, I think there should be stuff at the corner store where, like, where a dentist could clean your teeth. Like more programs for that. Less programs on war and dropping bombs and all the military techniques. More money put into dentists, incentives for dentists to offer like that Dentists with Hearts program. Dental care is something that a lot of the homeless don't have. It's something that should be done. There should be more bathrooms so that people aren't peeing and that these major cities don't smell like piss. They smell like piss. Just because, yeah, it's all in the taxes. But we're going and spending billions in space doing, I don't know what we're doing in space. We got cool pictures of stars and stuff. And then what we're doing in socialist dentists. Because having dentists to help people is socialist. Like, is income taxes not socialism? Your taxes most definitely pays for NASA. Most definitely. Where do you think that those billions and billions of dollars for Boeing and Northrop Grumman, where do you think that money comes from? Out of thin air? They're most definitely paid for by taxes. So we're slow rolling Tallahassee here. Yeah, If I have major surgery that I need done or I have to spend thousands of dollars, I'll go down to El Paso and cross over the border and get my teeth done right over the border. Thousands and thousands of dollars cheaper. A lot of RVers do that. There's a lot. Some people just can't afford that. I'm one of them. I'm not working to get it either. That's what I've chosen to make that sacrifice by having some more freedom. You know, and that's what it is. It's sacrifices. You have to sacrifice certain things, and I don't feel uncomfortable or unsafe with that. You might. A lot of people feel unsafe without having health insurance. I don't go to the doctor. Why would I? Eventually I'm going to end up in the doctor, right? I know that. That's reality. But for now, I'm healthy, happy. I feel like I'm ranting. Dental work most definitely could cost tens of thousands of dollars. $3,600 for a root canal. That's how much I paid in California for a root canal or a bridge. For a bridge, $3,600 for a bridge. I spent $5,500 on getting my wisdom teeth pulled and a couple of teeth filled in. It's very easy to get to 10,000. No, I understand, Mia. It is like car insurance, but I also don't think that car insurance should be mandatory for people. You could, on your car insurance, you could get a non-insured car insurance policy. And, but if the solution is putting somebody in a cage for not having insurance, I don't know if I'm for that, because to me, that's not freedom. If you force someone to buy private insurance from a private company, I don't know, that's not freedom. Now, if they hit somebody, they're liable to that, right? I'm not saying that they don't have liability, but what I'm saying is that forcing somebody to go into a private company, that's not what freedom's about. Because if they don't have that, then they take their property and put them in a cage. That's theft. But that's my own opinion, right? Not any of these. I'm not sure what anyone believes about insurance here in this convoy. I'm sure they don't believe that. Probably. I don't know. Well, yeah, John, that's what I paid for at a dentist in Menifee in California. That's what I paid. I had them. It was $3,300. That's what it was for a root canal. It was to pull the teeth out, pull the one tooth out, grind down the other two, make the bridge. There was different types of material that made it more expensive depending on what you use for the bridge. That's how much I paid. Okay, the car insurance. When you hit somebody, you're liable, right? Like there's a crime. The crime occurs when you hit somebody. Not having insurance is not a crime. It's an ordinance violation. Okay? It's administrative ordinance violation. It is not a crime. The crime occurs when you hit somebody or kill somebody. Right? Drunk driving. If you're drunk, if a drunk driver hits me and I don't have insurance, then I don't have insurance. I made that choice not to have insurance. That is I am at fault then. I have to live with the consequences of not having the insurance. Right? That's my belief. I'm not ready to put people in cages because of something that might happen. I'm just not there. You might be there. You might feel that that's necessary. And you might think that putting somebody in a cage for not having enough money to move from point A to point B is something that a free society does, but that's not my belief. Hell no, that's not my belief. It is most definitely my belief that if you hurt somebody or cause damage to someone's property or their life or their limb, then you are liable. So saying that I don't believe people have insurance doesn't mean that does not imply that someone that hurts somebody or causes damage is not liable and accountable to that. It's a bad assumption, because that's not what that's not reality. The reality is those are two separate issues. They're not one in the same. Just like house insurance. If you want to have house insurance, you should have house insurance if you feel comfortable. When I lived in Florida, I had a house. I did not have the money to pay for house insurance, so I did not get house insurance. I went and got a home equity line. I got house insurance because the bank felt safer with having health insurance, because if it burnt down, their home equity line would get paid. Right? So it should be a personal choice. Just like wearing a mask should be a personal choice. Just like a jabberoo should be a personal choice. If you are worried about other people driving without insurance, then you get the coverage for uninsured coverage. When a person hits you, you're going to go through the same process as you would as an insurance company or as a non-insurance company. You have to go through civil court. Where do you think the private companies get their money? They go to civil court and they sue. If they can't make an agreement between the two parties through arbitration or mediation, then it goes through a civil suit. It's either a small claim or a large claim. The legal process is the same with insurance or without insurance. You're just not doing it because you have insurance, so the insurance companies go to court. There's still someone who's liable with insurance or without insurance. It doesn't negate the fact that that person had insurance. So that's just my belief. That's not the Convoy's belief. That's my belief. Solent Green. The couple was banned because of an incident that happened, and some of the people in the convoy believed that they were a threat to the security of the convoy, and that's why they were banned. I like them personally. I think they're good people, right? I think that it might just not be a good fit.
That's what they're saying. He wanted to spend some time here and talk to some drivers, etc.
So that's why they were.
And this is where we're going to meet up tomorrow.
Robert Wentworth, I'm always all over the place. That's just me. If someone hits me and kills the passenger, then the person who hit me is liable for killing the passenger. What does that have to do, right? If our country's really worried about drunk driving, why are breathalyzers not mandatory in every car? Huh? Why don't we really change the narrative on that and are we really concerned about drinking and driving? Why is it not mandatory? Seatbelts are mandatory. Why is breathalyzers not mandatory? Why aren't there more drunk buses? Why don't the police have buses that go around to drive people home from being drunk? If drinking and driving was such an issue and we were so concerned about it. Why don't we require bars to put money for drunk buses to take people home from getting drunk? Why is alcohol illegal or legal? I mean, drugs are bad. If they hurt your body and you can hurt people, if they're illegal, why is alcohol legal? Right? Those are topics that I would think are more important than, hey, let's put someone in a cage for not having money for insurance. But I'm a radical. I have a lot different thoughts than most people. The taxpayers have to pay for the taxpayers have to pay to put the people who don't have driver's in, who don't have insurance in jail and house them and feed them. So the taxpayers are out no matter what the situation is. Yep. What am I ignoring, Amanda? I thought I answered your question. I have no money. Yes, I have no money. I have a little money because my friends gave me some money and helped me out. Well, man, if they have no money to pay for medical care, they have no money to pay for insurance. Isn't there laws to stop people from doing that? Right? There's a law for not having insurance. So wouldn't they be breaking the law? And wouldn't they go to jail? I have insurance, Amordane. I have car insurance, but I did drive for 3 years without car insurance. I didn't hit anybody. I didn't pay any private corporation. I was thrown in a cage for it. Yeah. Yeah. I think I might go to the bathroom. I have some haters today. So. Oh, just some.
Don't be hating on Scott.
Yeah, don't be hating on me. I'm a nice guy.
What'd you do now, except for you?
Oh, I was talking about how I don't like car insurance because if someone doesn't have money, they're going to go into a cage. So I know that a lot of people don't have that same opinion as me in the convoy, right? And I believe that if someone hits you, they're liable, or if they hit you, that they have liability for that, right?
Right.
But I just don't think forcing it on somebody. There's insurance that, like, I have insurance. I made sure that in my policy I have non-insured motorist insurance. So if a non-insured person
hits your
me,
insurance company pays out, they're going to raise your rates.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody without insurance hits you,
yeah,
your rates are going to go up?
Probably.
Why? How's that fair to you?
It's not fair, but that's the reality of it.
Now, if someone hits you that is just a broke bitch.
Yeah.
you take on the fault of it. If they can, now driving is a privilege and not a right.
Yep.
So if you want to drive, you need to pay for your car,
Yep.
and have a license and keep your license. And if you're required to be insured as part of that, because you take on the liability of hitting somebody else.
Yeah, because you could technically, because insurance.
So it's the liability of you hitting somebody else. I mean,
Yeah.
collision, and if you hit somebody that's all optional.
Yeah.
But the liability part of it, because if somebody doesn't have the money and wrecks your vehicle, they don't got 40 grand
to pay for it.
to pay for it.
Yeah.
Then it's on you.
Yeah.
No, if you want to drive, then you need to make
Yeah.
sure that if you fuck up, that
Well,
if you can't pay for it, then at least your insurance company can.
well, and there's bonds. So insurance really is a bond that they're buying. The
Basically.
insurance company buys a bond, so you're bonded. So you can buy, you can not use that insurance company and get bonded.
Right.
So you don't technically have insurance, you have the bond, right?
Yeah.
So you have money, or there's a,
Basically,
just like when you do construction.
You're protecting the other people on the
Yeah.
road from you.
Yep.
So yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Yeah, and see, I disagree, but because I've seen so many people put into cages for it, and that's where my issue is, where you're putting someone in a
If
cage.
you can't afford to drive, don't.
Yeah, but it's
That'll get a lot of people off the road. That'll
Yeah,
make it a whole lot easier.
I know,
for us.
but see, I knew I'd get some people mad, but that's what's great about having different opinions and shit. I have car insurance. But I went for many years without car insurance. I never hit anybody.
I know paying people that drive that don't have a license.
Yeah, I didn't have a license for
and if they
years.
go to jail for it, though, that's the risk that they take.
Yeah, but I went to jail for it. I've been in a cage for it.
So if you drive without insurance, it's a risk you take.
Yeah.
You could get caught. You could get ticketed. You could get in an accident like that dude yesterday that never
Yeah.
saw that pickup truck and ran over the motherfucker.
Yeah, now if
He only hit the truck
if he had no insurance, he would be
and he doesn't have
fucked.
a trainer.
Oh,
He
excuse
has
my
somebody
language.
That's been driving for 2 months.
Yeah.
In the truck with
Yeah.
him.
No, I know.
And none of them have experience. None of them should be driving, and somebody should be teaching them what to do rather than just out there winging it.
Yeah. Well,
And that's
the
what they're
fact that he did not have a trainer with him is mind blowing.
Yeah.
That's scary that the corporations are allowing drivers out in such a dangerous vehicle with such little. I mean, he couldn't have. Last night, someone's truck got like ripped apart, basically, and the guy had a bunch of big flags on the back. I don't know how that person. It couldn't be any more visible.
He S-turned it. When you S-turn it, you lose what's behind you. And he didn't see the trailer hitting it because his tractor was faced the other way.
S-turn just kind of gets you like readjusted up and around, kind of.
It swings your trailer on the proper angle to.
That's what it's called, an S-turn. Yeah. So he S-turned and ripped it apart. So if he had no insurance, he would have been screwed. But now I believe that all commercial activities, commercial trucks should have insurance.
Well, why should we be any different?
Because technically,
He doesn't believe you should have car insurance.
What?
Yeah.
Are you liberal?
well, there's
He's a little more libertarian.
yeah, it's more. I'd be more
He's halfway
libertarian.
between like
Libertarian and
anarchist.
But I
Get out of
believe,
my head.
but I believe in the sheriffs and stuff to be there for crimes where there's a victim or losses for property, and that's it. So I don't believe in all the drug laws, because people are being put into a cage and then everyone has to pay for that.
But and it's a non-violent offense.
Yeah. So I don't believe in any crimes where there's no victim.
Right.
And it's a constitutional belief because you have a right to face your accuser. If there's no victim, your accuser is the state. It's a corporation. It doesn't exist. You can't ask that accuser to come to the stand and testify against you. So that's where the insurance falls underneath that. Same with, I'm going to say it, and I know people are going to hate on me, but DUI is not a crime until you hurt somebody, you crash, or you have the damage. Until you hurt somebody, kill somebody, or have property damage, then it's a crime. Before that, it's pre-crime.
It's a predetermined.
Yep. But now, if we were really concerned about drinking and driving, there would be breathalyzers on every single car, mandatory.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. That discussion's over then. But I think very differently because some of the law stuff is is why. Oh, of course.
There's a spot over there
Yeah.
with the bobtail back in there.
So yeah, no. So that's my thought on that. Wygoff, they got asked to leave. I defended them, and that's the best. I've given my best and said what I could say in support, but it just some mistakes were made on both sides, and a lot of things were said that shouldn't have been said, and it ruined, I believe, a lot of those extra things that were said ruined any kind of chance for there being amends, and that the best solution is a dissolution or a going separate ways, I guess you might say, which sucks. It's unfortunate because I really would love for them to be here and to help with the streaming. But sometimes in groups, some people just don't fit into certain groups, and I'm not the decision maker. So I've done my best to stand up for what I believe, and my voice has been, I've made it known what my opinion is on the matter, right? But I'm not. I don't want to go into it too much because it's such a sticking point now. It's such a hot issue. That, yeah, that's where I'm at. I went and gave them hugs. That was what I could do on my side, right? I could show them support by just hugging them. And yeah, it just it's not a right fit. So I hope them the best, and I'm going to encourage them and support them. And if they need support, I'm going to be there for them. And if they need help or ideas with the streaming or anything like that, how to use SEOs or hashtags, I'm cool. Like I want to help them. I want them to be successful. And I do believe they have good hearts and that they want some good things. It just was there's just some groups, some people just don't get along in certain groups, and even though some people get along, other people don't, and that's just unfortunately the reality of the situation. So I'm not trying to hide from it. I want to talk about it. If someone comments about it, I'm going to tell them my thoughts. I have faith in this convoy, and mistakes are always made, and we can only improve on them. No, Hammer 9. What part of, I think that if you hit somebody or cause damage, that you should be liable to that. Like, what part of that makes you think that? I don't believe that is not your responsibility to cover it. I don't believe in mandating a person to get something from a private company. Just like I don't agree with the Jabberoo being mandated by private companies, I also don't agree that are mandated to take something from a private company. I don't believe in mandating somebody to take something to have insurance through a private company. Does that make sense? Like, they're both, what's the difference from one mandate to the other? I mean, should a saline drip bag cost $800? Should a stay in a hospital overnight cost $4,000 or $5,000? Should it? I don't know. Why is it when you pay cash it's cheaper? Why isn't it cheaper when you have insurance too? There's so many numerous problems to try to say one thing and not think that the other one doesn't affect it. It's hard. Amun-Ra Day. I know Amun-Ra. Ra is the Egyptian god. Well, there is absolutely subsidy of people with no insurance. When it costs $40,000, $50,000, people just don't have the money to have $50,000 or $40,000. I don't know what the solution is. I don't. I'm not. I know people on the left want to say, like, I don't know what the solution is. I just know that if you're putting people in cages for not doing something with a private company, that's not freedom. That's not freedom at all.
We'll be back at the Capitol 9 a.m. on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. That was a pretty smooth roll, except I forgot to remind you and Sally that the four-wheelers are supposed to go behind the camp.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
I said it yesterday, and I forgot to mention it to you and Sally. J-Med's the only person I haven't caught up to.
All right. The current situation today is we're going to stay here to 12:30, and then we're going to Milton.
Yes, sir.
We're going to Milton. We're going to a racetrack tonight, actually. In Milton. Milton Racetrack, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some racetrack there in Milton, and then we're going to be coming back to this Flying J. What town is this? I'm going to get the information because I want to end the stream. What town are we in now?
We're We're outside of Tallahassee.
We're outside of Tallahassee. We're outside of Tallahassee at 192
Off of I-10.
off of the I-10, exit 192 off of I-10. And we are going to be back here tomorrow and then head to the Capitol the next day or tomorrow night.
And it's this afternoon, Southern Raceway.
So Southern Raceway, 9359 Nicholas Lake Road, Milton, Florida, 32583 from 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna be back live at 12:30. So I'm gonna end the stream now, get a little rest, and then yeah. Thank you.